Did you hear what this guy say? Have you heard the word of this man?
Charles Barkley?
Oh, goodies. I mean, I want you to hear what he said. And I'm like, is he out of his mind or what?
Pretty much.
And you know who embraced it than anybody else? The black population. It's incredible. You see black people walking around with my mugshot. You know, they do shirts.
When you heard that, what did you think? Big sigh.
First of
Big
all,
sigh.
I'm just going to say this. If I see a black person walking around with Trump mugshot, I'm going to punch him in the face.
Charles.
I know, Gil.
These people, man. What does that even mean?
It's Trump derangement syndrome, man.
So if a person is black and they think Donald Trump is a great pick, you feel like punching them in the face. I would like to ask the question, and I got a video coming up where I'm going to get your thought on this. What has Trump ever done to black people that makes you hate him so much?
Yeah.
Tell me one policy from Trump's administration that caused you to hate him so much. Now, turn the card over. How many policies from the Biden administration that are hurting black people currently? Well, you ain't punching nobody in the face, are you?
Mm-mm.
Sanctuary cities. You think that's good for black people?
Mm-mm.
Who's suffering the most? You see, these people are so disconnected. I'm just talking about those black bourgeoisie who lacks common sense. They're the reasons why black people ain't going nowhere. Like, you gotta look at a man like this in that position with how much money that they have. You would think they will be able to speak with some decency and common sense. You live in a country where Trump's presidency even made you more money. You play basketball in a country where majority of Trump's fan base today, they were the ones supporting you. White people win in basketball games. Black people don't go to basketball games like that. Like, we might be 5% of the audience. So when people are talking like this, I'm like, do you understand how the world works? Or are you living in a bubble?
They definitely live in a glass castle.
It's just crazy. It's crazy to me.
I know, Gil.
Charles,
Gil.
You really can't say that because you don't mean it.
If I see a black person walking around with Trump mugshot, I'm going to punch him in the face.
Charles.
I know, Gil.
Charles.
Gil.
You really can't say that because you don't mean that.
Oh, I mean that sincerely. I'm going to just tell you something.
And then you will be arrested for assault. And then what?
She's pathetic too. Let me explain to you why. If you want to understand a person's perspective, why you keep bringing people on your channel and ask them about Trump when you already know they hate Trump? To me, it's like, bring a black conservative on your channel. Bring a Candace, right? Bring an Officer Tatum. Why don't you bring people who know what they're talking about? You're gonna pick some ex-basketball player that nobody even watched today, who's a commentator on ESPN and so on, that very few people even care about. You want to bring that individual into a political discussion? It's like, come on, man. Can you just be fair? Like, if you're going to talk about politics, bring someone who understands politics, who's been in the realm, who's been talking that talk. And if you want to influence black people, just bring a black person who knows what they're talking about.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, no, you're going to get locked up. And no, this is all part of the game. It's all part of the game. And it's pathetic.
And then what?
I'm going to bail myself out and go celebrate. If I
Don't encourage him. Don't encourage him. Okay, but go ahead.
Seriously.
Continue.
First of all, if I was at that
conference,
I'd have got up and walked out. That was an insult to all black people. Because he's basically just saying, and first of all, to compare black history where we've been discriminated against to his plight.
Yes.
Well, first of all, he's a billionaire. And they're prosecuting him for stuff he did wrong. They're prosecuting him for stuff he did wrong.
You see the disconnect, right? I mean, aren't we supposed to be innocent until we're guilty? Like, this guy's out of his mind. Like, Trump did wrong.
Somebody hasn't done his homework.
Like, for things he did wrong. No, these are allegations. We have yet to have a court hearing on some of these issues. Like, he's out of his mind, disconnected from reality. And again, for you to say he did wrong according to which law? Which law has been broken?
Yeah, and even the New York case that I was talking about earlier, they used a law that you got to have a plaintiff who can show damages.
Yeah.
Nobody was hurt in the deal.
There is no damage. Even the banks were happy.
Yeah.
We'll do it again.
So where is there any damages that have been done, and how do they get off prosecuting him if there's one, no plaintiff,
Yeah.
and two, no damages were done, and three, the bank said we love this guy and we'd loan to him again if we had the opportunity.
Hey, but remember, I am the government and I'm here to help. I'm from the government and I'm here to help. I'm trying to help you from Trump's. Really?
Because it wasn't a setup.
It's just crazy to me. Crazy. Anyway.
Like really?
And for him to
It's still
compare,
in the court system, Charles. We have to wait. It's still in the court system, but continue.
well,
Continue.
some of the stuff is true. They did storm the
Well,
Capitol. They
yeah.
did say that the election was stolen. Those
Yeah.
aren't lies, Gail.
Yeah.
Those are
They did
facts.
say that. They did
Okay.
say that.
But to compare, I would have
Pause.
got up and walked out
Mhm.
because
Democrats have said the same thing for years. They were never
Okay.
Mhm.
Number one, he was still president at the time, so he has immunity there. Number two, sorry. Number two, he said respectfully and peacefully protest.
That's right. Yes. He never
He
intended.
never wanted anybody to storm the Capitol.
Nope.
Now, there were bad actors, I believe, mixed into the crowd, as well as them tear gassing and
Made matters worse.
macing the crowd to incite a riot.
Made people mad.
So I'm just saying.
My guy here is completely disconnected from reality. He is so deranged.
He hasn't done any research on any of the facts.
And there's been so many updates for him to still have this perspective. It goes to show he's really disconnected from reality. Like, people have updated. The stuff has changed a long time ago. And again, poor soul.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your brain on CNN.
Exactly.
it's not a fair comparison. You know, he's a billionaire. He's had a great life. He's been president of the United States. To insult black people who have been discriminated against all these years, to put them in the same category, I was just offended. I mean,
What? Wait, what? When did he insult black people?
It was not an insult. This guy is so disconnected from reality. Let me see.
You know who insulted black people? Joe Biden.
Yeah, if you don't vote for me,
If you don't vote for me, you ain't black.
That's an insult.
Obama was the most well-dressed and well-spoken black person he'd ever met.
Did nothing for blacks though.
Let's see. Poor kids are just as smart and just as talented as black kids.
Yeah, nobody got mad over that. Nobody got mad. Have you seen this? Okay, we're talking about the Trump shoes is offensive, right? You're talking about Trump's t-shirt is offensive. This is Fat Joe.
Show them the box first, what it says. It's friends and family, there's only 50 of these. I gotta get my hands on them. Once again, I'm not a Trumper. I dislike Trump. I'm not voting for him, not now, not never. But I'm a sneaker collector into the art, so I had to find these.
I don't like when these guys come up and they can't even speak their minds without putting out this disclaimer. It's like, who cares, bro? What matters here is say what you need to say. It's almost like, let me put out this disclaimer. I'm not a Trumper. Like, who cares? Like, if your politics is your politics, it's your politics. If you don't like it, you don't like it. You don't vote for Trump, who cares? But again, they have to say this just to be in the good graces of the audience, I guess, before they can speak their minds. To me, it's like, okay, it shows you have no backbone from the very start. Fine. If you want to collect Trump shoes, I'm okay with that. If you want to vote for Trump, fine. You don't want to vote for Trump, I don't care. Make your point. But you have to say this so that nobody roasts you later on, because you know how the dams will come and roast you. But I guess that's just one of the things. I just find out a lot of people do that. It's like, well, I'm not a Trump. I don't care about Trump. I just care about this. It's like, it is what it is. Whatever. Just get to the point.
Now the mayor's gonna call me. Everybody's gonna call me and say, you wilding out, Joe. Why you got the Trump? Look, mayor's the first one. Joe, I'm a sneaker collector. I don't know what none of these guys did. I collect sneakers. The rarer, the better. No, I didn't pay for these sneakers. Sorry. I didn't pay for these sneakers. They knew I had to have them because I'm the biggest in the game. So what I do is collect.
I'm confused.
Freaking grifters. That's all he is. He's just a grifter.
A grifter. Nothing of value. Anyway.